From Interior Alaska's most trusted news source, this is the Fbx Evening News.
Good evening, Fairbanks, and thank you for joining us. Our top story this evening: this morning, more than 1,500 homes in Fairbanks and North Pole areas experienced power outages.
Golden Valley Electric Association said power was restored shortly after, about mid-morning from the outage. 900 residences in the Chena Hot Springs Road area between miles 8 and 25 and about 630 homes in North Pole were affected. The outage, according to GVEA, was due to snow-covered tree branches on power lines after nearly 4 inches of snow fell overnight in the interior. Residents also reported flashes of light in the Badger Road area, and some even reported seeing sparks. Other isolated areas in Fairbanks reported outages this morning, but were restored after crews responded. GVEA now says that the number since this morning may have grown.
We estimate now that probably around 6,000 of our members have been affected by the heavy snowfall, and that 3,000 were probably longer outages than just a few minutes. And the reason for that is with the trees that are basically damaged from the windstorm and are leaning and into power lines and that. Right now our 69 phone lines are getting heavily used, but we really want to keep it open for people who are without power, not people who said my lights flashed.
Several local police positions may disappear because certain state and federal grants will expire next month. The Fairbanks Police Department has 5 positions which are paid for by grants, including a drug enforcement officer, 2 traffic officers, and 2 school resource officers. The chief of police says they expected the grants to expire and they can redistribute the work if necessary. While some officials believe the drug enforcement and traffic positions may be saved, the chief says there is no way to be sure.
I know there's a great deal of interest in continuing the programs, but the pie is getting split more ways now than it has been in the past. So I would go so far as to say any one of the grants could be lost in some fashion or the other. It's just riskier business living in a world of grants now than what it was in the past.
The City Council is scheduled to vote on the 2014 budget tonight. It does not include money to replace the police officer jobs.
The Alaska Supreme Court has upheld the constitutionality of the residency requirements of Alaska's permanent fund dividend. 172nd Stryker Brigade soldier Richard Heller filed the action after he was denied a permanent fund dividend in 2007. Heller arrived in Alaska in June 2005, where he registered to vote, obtained an Alaska driver's license, and noted an Alaska residency in his military records. Now, he deployed to Iraq 2 months later and spent much of 2006 on duty. The state ruled that because he hadn't established 6 months of residency before leaving, he failed to qualify for the 2007 PFD.
Although gas prices sometimes go up around the holidays, that hasn't been the case this year. Average retail gasoline prices in Alaska have fallen 1.9 cents per gallon in the past week. Now that's according to gasoline price website alaskagasprices.com. Prices yesterday were 9.2 cents per gallon, lower than the same day 1 year ago.
The statewide average is 361, and that's exactly where it was a week ago, although there are some places in Alaska where you can get gas as low as $3.44 a gallon. That's because we have very ample supply. We've got strong numbers on both crude oil and gasoline.
An organization formerly known as the National Education Association Alaska Health Plan has changed its name to the Public Education Health Trust. The change is because of confusion between NEA Alaska and NEA Alaska Health Plan, which are completely separate legal and financial entities. The organization provides health insurance for public education employees in the state of Alaska, which manages the health plans for 17 of the 53 school districts in Alaska. Officials with the organizations say the name change is to be more identified with who and what they are.
So we're launching our name change, Public Education Health Trust, and providing the information back to our members. New logo, new format, same staff, same great benefits, but we've just more identified with who and what we are.
All right, when we come back, a retail store gives back to the children of Fairbanks and also raises awareness.
Also, the Tanana Valley Clinic unveils their newly renovated area. We'll have more on that. Stay with us.
Because didn't it close last week?
It hasn't closed,
Or this
actually.
week?
It's on. It's still up there. It just says open until filled.
Oh.
So I'm sure they're probably in there setting up interviews right now, but I didn't. I filled out everything. I just haven't submitted it.
Just do it.
I say we make this her brooch. Just wear it on your wrist.
Wait, let me see it. Coming up tonight on the Fbx Evening News. Welcome back to the Fbx Evening News. Shedding.
You didn't even hear about my, what are they called? De Kruger, those 1-cup coffee makers? Krugers?
Oh, Keurig.
Keurigs, yeah.
I have one.
I bought one using my credit card reward points for my wife, so no money.
I have
And
one.
then, yeah, and then I found
Good.
out that her mom got one that's better.
Oh, man.
So there, I'm stuck with one, but I got a coworker to buy it from me. It sucks too. I was like, I know she's gonna like this. White mother-in-law already got it.
You mean,
Oh, well.
yeah, I thought you meant. So your mother-in-law got it,
Yeah.
her mom.
So now I'm thinking a soda stream maker.
Oh, those look cool. And welcome back. ConocoPhillips is budgeting $1.7 billion for 2014 capital costs in Alaska, twice what it says it spent in 2012 and $600 million more than it was budgeted for 2013. The company says the larger budget reflects increased spending on the long-planned CD5 development within the National Petroleum Reserve Alaska and increased activity due to the oil tax cut passed by the legislature earlier this year. Spokeswoman Natalie Lohman says the funding also is included for exploration, including 2 wells in the Greater Moose's Tooth unit and major maintenance. ConocoPhillips' total 2014 capital budget is $16.7 billion.
There will be a fundraiser for the Freshwater for the Philippines project tomorrow. The event will be hosted at the Alpine Lodge inside the Glacier Room. At the fundraiser, there will be dinner featuring Filipino cuisine, followed by an auction, as well as some live entertainment. Owner of the Alpine Lodge, Yvonne Temple, donated the room and provided the staff for the event. The Fairbanks Lions Club is sponsoring this relief project, and 100% of the proceeds will go to the cause. Now, the event will begin at 6 p.m. Tickets are selling out fast, so if you're interested, contact the Alpine Lodge to see if tickets are still available.
This event, it's really to help do our part in Fairbanks. Fairbanks is such a remarkable community when it comes to family, community, helping one another, contributions, donations, and just working for a cause, whatever it might be. And we want to invite everybody to just come enjoy some authentic Filipino food. This event is nearly sold out, and we're really excited about that. There's ways to make cash donations online, or if you just want to drop a check off, any help is welcome.
The retail store Sears gave a donation to the children of Interior Alaska. The department store donated nearly $400 worth of backpacks to the Fairbanks North Star Borough School District this month. The backpacks are part of an effort to support bully-free schools and raise awareness to the topic for children and parents alike. The backpacks have "Team Up to Stop Bullying" inscribed on each one. But the giving doesn't stop there. Sears will also be donating socks and gloves to the school district's program for the homeless youth in the interior.
Soldiers stationed at Fort Wainwright left this weekend for a 3-day training in Nepal. The group of aviators and maintainers will be training and sharing knowledge as part of an exchange with those in Nepal on aviation maintenance. United States Army Alaska hosted some contingents from the Nepalese Army Aviation Brigade in February of this year as part of the exchange. Officials say the goal of the partnership is to build capacity of the forces and ensure a steady relationship between the two brigades for the future.
The Festival of Trees at the old ACS building downtown wrapped up last night. The event was a fundraiser for Habitat for Humanity. Executive Director Jay Prue said they were very pleased with the response to the event and that they will do it bigger and better next year. Over 1,000 people showed up to view the decorated trees. Best in Show went to Kinross Gold for the gold tree. Best theme was Hoodoo Brewery and Interior Beerier, and the most original was the airplane tree from Right Air.
Tanana Valley Clinic is excited to host a community open house for their newly remodeled and renovated second floor, which will house their expanding family medicine department. This renovation was funded by the Greater Fairbanks Community Hospital Foundation. The new second floor at the Tanana Valley Clinic features expanded space to accommodate 15 new and established providers by mid-2014. The number of exam and procedure rooms has increased 50% from 21 to 33 rooms and will feature state-of-the-art equipment and computers in all clinical rooms.
The purpose of this renovation was to really increase space for our family medicine department. We were packed to the gills, spread onto 2 different floors, and this renovation and remodel has allowed us to expand from 21 exam rooms to 33. And really has given us the opportunity to bring on more providers to our community to help satisfy the need that we have for primary medical care here in town.
There's been a little increase in the population in Fairbanks in the time that I've been here, but more importantly, a lot of internists have left town, so a lot of those patients need a provider, and so family practice is a way to go, so we in family medicine are taking up that slack.
So Daryl, I've been gone for 1 week, and I have to say I come back and the set looks festive, and I love it.
Absolutely, sure. It's nice. At this time of year, we always
holidays
go
are coming up.
Yeah.
And you know what? Joe has been really busy with sports. Lots going on. Joe Cook is coming up next with another full weekend recap in sports. So stay tuned.
And welcome back. It's Monday, Interior Sports fans, so that means it's weekend recap time. The Natick hockey team stopped their 5-game skid, and who else better to do that against than UAA? After losing on Friday night to the Seawolves 3-2, Saturday was a game of runs. UAF had a 2-0 lead after the first 4 minutes. Alekai Dukovic's first career goal put the Natics up 2-0, but UAA responded with a 4-0 run with goals in the first, second, and third periods. In the third, the Natics go on a 3-0 run to win the game. Marcus Passara started the run at the 4:19 mark of the third. Then the seniors closed the deal. Colton Beck tied the game at 12:05, and then Koenig nailed what would be the game winner with 2:47 seconds remaining. Beck and Koenig both had 3-point nights. Beck with 2 goals and an assist, and Koenig had a goal and 2 helpers. The Natics tied the Gov Cup Series 1-1 to give the Seawolves their first home loss of the year. The win puts the Nooks at 6-8-2 overall and 3-7 in the WCHA.
Obviously, to go down 4-2 right away there in the third is not easy for any team, but I was extremely proud, and we're all extremely proud of how we came back.
Told each other on the bench right before we went out that we were going to spread them out and go one side or the other, and you couldn't have drawn it up any better the way that we were talking about it too on the bench. It was just went to Beck, to Bass, over to me, and the net. So it was a perfect play by him.
We talked about it this morning in our meeting. We said no passengers tonight. We need to have everybody going, and I honestly felt like tonight everybody found a way to add value to our team.
And on Saturday, the Fairbanks Ice Dogs were looking for their 10th straight win. Only Kenai River was standing in the way. The Dogs were down 1-0 after the first, but they got 2 to start the second. Ethan Somoza scored on a penalty shot to tie things up. Then Taylor Munson gave the Ice Dogs a 2-1 lead after a Hans Gaworski pass. Kenai's Jack Gesser would tie the game at 2-2 by the end of the second. The Gaworski and Munson connection happened again to start the third. This time Gaworski, he would score. 38-26 shots on goal would go to Fairbanks, but the Brown Bears scored 3 unanswered goals to snap the Ice Dogs' 9-game winning streak with a 5-3 win. Gesser and Matt Rudin both had 2 goals and an assist for Kenai. It's the first win in the Era Cup Series for Kenai, and it was the last home game of 2013 for the Ice Dogs.
I mean, we just did the right things. We did the little things. We started off in the third period just coming out and doing the little things right, and that's basically it.
It's a huge win. They're a great team. We got them twice again next weekend, so it'll be really tough challenge, and it was just a big win. We can't stop, though. We got to have a good week of practice and keep going.
We just have to be consistent every single night. I don't think we were consistent tonight with the way we're capable of playing, but obviously back to the drawing board. 2 big games before the Christmas break.
And over the weekend in Anchorage, the Alaska Nanook ski team repeated as Nordic Cup champions. It was another dominating performance for the Nooks on Saturday. The women took the top 3 spots and the men won the top 5 in the individual freestyle technique races. And on Saturday, the Nooks went on Sunday, the Nooks went 1-2 in the mixed gender relays. The women raced 2 5Ks and the men did 2 10Ks. The team of Allison McFeeters, Nicole Baith, Michael Fehrenbach, and Logan Hahnemann came in the first relay in 1 hour, 34 minutes, and 51.1 seconds. The B team of Heather Edick, Heidi O'Connor-Brooke, and Isaac Limers and Jonas Loeffler were second, finishing about 2 minutes after the A squad. It's the 7th Nordic Cup in 10 years for the Nanooks. The UAF basketball teams weren't as successful over the weekend. The women's b-ball team hosted Montana State Billings at the Patty Center on Saturday. Vanessa Belias Trey gave the Nooks an early 3-0 lead. She had 9 points, but that would be the only lead for UAF as the Yellow Jackets went on an 11-2 run. But the Nooks, they rallied. They made it a 20-26 game in the first half, but MSUB responded with another 11-0 run. They led 37-27 at the half and would go on to win this one 83-46. The Yellow Jackets were plus 24 on the boards. MSUB's Bobby Knutson had a game-high 21 points. Jordan Wilson led UAF with 10 points and 8 rebounds. The men's basketball team lost to the Seawolves by 20, 96-76 for their first conference loss. The Seawolves went on a 27-8 run in the second half to pull away. Ronnie Baker led 5 Nanooks in double figures with 21 points. UAH's Brian McGill led all scorers with a career-high 29 points and 10 dimes, the 5th player to do that in the GNAC game in 14 years with 29 points and 10 assists. The Nanooks are now 4-4. They host Northland International on the 19th for their last contest of 2013. And finally tonight we bring you another installment of the I-5, the interior top 5 plays. Here they are. Number 5, Brandon Rustad of Hutchinson with the top shelf goal in the first period. No one can find the puck, but he does as Hutchinson beats rival Monroe 3-1 on Thursday. At number 4, Moore High School Hockey from West Valley. In the late blowout, John Dixon and Calvin Boots from distance. They both had 2 goals in the 9-1 win for West Valley. At number 3, the women's basketball team showing their muster against then number 6 in the country, Seattle Pacific, with Kelly Logan, Brianna Kirk bringing the Nooks back within 2 with seconds to go, but the Falcons win by just 3 points. For the top 2 plays, good things come in threes. At number 2, Colton Walter of the Ice Dogs with his first career hat trick Friday night and a 4-1 win over the Brown Bears, which was 9 straight for Fairbanks. And at number 1, the Alaska Nanooks get 3 unanswered goals in the third period, rallying from a 4-2 deficit to hand the Seawolves their first home loss of the year on Saturday and tie up the Governor's Cup Series 1-1. Marcus Bassar, Colton Beck, and Cody couldn't get the last 3 for UAF. To select the play of the week, go to the KTVF Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter pages and tell us which one is the play of the week. It will be announced Friday.
The I-5 Sports Report is brought to you by Adient Orthopedic Physical Therapy.
That's a wrap for sports. Thanks for rocking with me for a little while. Stay warm, Alaska. Mike Schultz is next with your full weather forecast, and we'll catch you next time.
Hey everyone, welcome back into Fbx Evening News. Mike Schultz with you once again, taking a look at the weather. Hope you had yourself a good weekend. All in all, not too bad, although it's a little surprising getting 4 to 5 inches of snow around the interior last night. We're looking at a little more snow tonight and then colder temperatures on the horizon. We'll tell you about that in just a little bit. Here's our photograph for tonight. This one's sent in by Diana Sparacino, a Saturday night photograph she got, getting a shot of the sunset there. Very nice picture there. And again, if you have a photograph to share, by all means send it to photos at ktvf11.com, and it could appear in our Fab Photo Calendar, which is out right now, and just about a few of them left. So you want to try and track them down. There are 13 different locations around town, including Big Daddy's Barbecue. They still have a few there, and it's always free. Okay, here's our numbers for this time of year, and you can see the normal high is right around in the teens, but today's high 30 degrees. The low last night 20 degrees. Record high 55, 19, 34. 1 year later down to 52 below. What a contrast in temperatures. And the sunrise and sunset 4 hours and 1 minute will go under 4 hours tomorrow. Here's our satellite picture today, and you can see a little bit of energy moving across from the northwest. This is the next batch of colder air coming in. That's going to take the moisture we have available right now that caused our fog and kind of condense it into light snow, and we're expecting another inch or two at the most elsewhere across the state. As you can see, we're looking at not too much going on, a little bit rain and snow shower activity around the Anchorage Bowl, foggy conditions over the southwest and light snow in the north slopes, and partly cloudy skies at Fort Yukon. Lower 48 weather, they're recovering from the big storms they had over the weekend. Things are starting to percolate once again. A little more snow across the central plains, more rain and snow over the Pacific Northwest, and some snow continuing to fall over the northeast. On the satellite and radar, you can see why the pink indicating again where the frozen precipitation is. And here comes the next storm system. Not really that strong, but it's still going to be on the heels of a lot of cold air. As you can see, the colder air way up to the north later on this week. That's good news. That means everybody will have a chance to catch their breath and see a little bit milder temperatures. Well, back to Alaska for tomorrow. The northern sections, mostly sunny skies for Barrow, a few clouds in Nome, and some snow still around the Fort Yukon area. Here in the interior, we'll see cloudy skies, periods of light snow for Healy, Delta Junction, and Fairbanks. While over southeast Alaska, it looks like mixed rain and snow for Juneau and rain in Ketchikan. Over the southwest part of the state, rain likely for Cold Bay, isolated showers for Kodiak, and freezing rain in Bethel. While over the south central regions, if you're heading on down the Anchorage area, partly cloudy skies at Anchorage and Valdez, and just cloudy skies at Homer. Well, you know what it is. This week we're getting ready for the kids for vacation, so we're going to give them a break and go back to our once again, our weather facts. In 1989, Anchorage had hurricane force winds that just pummeled the city with 80-mile-an-hour winds. Okay, here's your thanks to Mount McKinley Bank for sponsoring our kids' weather. And the kids, like I said, are getting ready for Christmas vacation. So we'll resume next year once again with our visits to the different schools. Here's your forecast for tonight. Periods of light snow, maybe another inch, 16 degrees the overnight low. Now tomorrow's forecast, cloudy and colder with a little light snow, 15 degrees, and the extended forecast. Again, as you see here, temperatures taking a dive down to around the teens below for daytime highs on Thursday and Friday. Overnight lows also dropping down to the 20s below. And then we're going to try and have a little bit of a recovery after that. Temperatures should be once again rising to the single digits below zero, and maybe we'll even see some plus figures after that. But right now, no severe weather on the horizon as far as cold snaps go.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks
It's
like
doable.
Good for the kids for school.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a while since all four of us have been at the desk.
I know, it
Yeah.
has been, and I like the decor and stuff. We're very festive.
Absolutely.
Tis
Always
the
are.
season.
To be jolly. La 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 la.
La, la, la.
Oh, boy. All right, that'll wrap up this edition of the Fairbanks Evening News. As always, we are glad you could join us.
Tonight on NBC Nightly News, the dangerous snow and ice storm causing big headaches across much of the country. Stick around, that's coming up next with Brian Williams.
But you can join us here 6 days a week at 6 and 11 or online anytime at webster11.com.
That will do it from all of us here at the News Center. Hope to see you back here at 11 o'clock. Until then, have a good night and be safe.
I almost said, hope to see you here.